Have you ever realized that silence is not just about not speaking, but also a hidden power? In a world full of noise, where everyone raises their voice to prove a point, those who know how to stay silent often hold the real control. True power does not lie in volume, but in presence and calmness. Imagine a tense meeting, colleagues arguing, voices rising, everyone eager to prove their point. While others dive into the chaos, you remain calm, listening to every detail, observing every reaction, and when it's your turn, you deliver a brief, logical, and persuasive point. Your power doesn't come from words or domination, but from self-control and composure. Silence is not ignoring, nor is it cowardice. It is a strategic tool. When you stay silent, you observe, analyze, and understand more deeply. Those who know how to be silent see the intentions, emotions, and hidden motives behind others' words. In this video, we will explore Stoic lessons on transforming silence into strength and using quiet confidence to become mysterious yet influential. Each lesson will include real-life examples and guidance you can apply immediately in daily life. The first lesson, in particular, will change how you view yourself and interact with others. Lesson 1. Silence is strength, not weakness. Most people fear silence. They worry that if they don't speak, no one will hear them, and they will be seen as weak or invisible. But the truth is the opposite. Those who know how to stay silent don't get drawn into verbal battles. They conserve energy for what truly matters. Take the example of Laura, a manager at a tech company. During project meetings, when everyone argues about solutions, Laura doesn't yell or force her opinion. Instead, she listens to everyone, notes key details, and only when necessary, delivers a sharp, concise, yet persuasive solution. Colleagues immediately recognize the weight of her words. Laura's silence not only makes her mysterious, but also increases the value of her opinions. Silence helps you control situations. When you speak less, others speak more, revealing their intentions, emotions, and weaknesses. You become the observer, the learner, and the one who decides at the right moment. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, emphasized, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Those who remain silent and observant understand themselves and those around them better. They don't let emotions or others' words dictate their actions. How to start cultivating the power of silence. Step 1. Practice listening more than speaking in every conversation. Step 2. When emotions rise, take a deep breath before responding. Step 3. Note your observations, but don't rush to conclude or argue immediately. Step 4. Use silence to think and make strategic decisions. These small actions build inner strength. When you practice active silence, you become mysterious. Others cannot predict your thoughts, and your influence naturally grows. Ask yourself, am I talking too much in meetings? Am I really listening or just waiting to speak? Do I know when to remain silent to understand better? Silence does not make you weak. It is a choice, a strategy, a power. Once you understand this, you no longer need to prove anything to others. Your mystery and inner strength naturally emerge. Lesson 2. Silence to observe, understanding others and yourself. Silence is not just a power to command attention. It is also a tool for deeper understanding of the world around you. When you speak less, you observe more. You hear what is unsaid, notice hidden intentions, and recognize others' true emotions. Imagine being in a family discussion or a business meeting. others speak excessively, argue, and express opinions emotionally. While they are swept away by emotions, you quietly observe. You notice their fears, hopes, and ambitions. You understand underlying conflicts and see opportunities to act wisely. Those who observe through silence are not manipulated by others' words or impulsive actions. They know that every action carries a message, and only by understanding the true message can they make the right decisions. A prime example is Mia, a project team leader. When her team argued over task distribution, she didn't speak immediately. Instead, she observed each member's reactions, noticing who feared responsibility, who sought attention, and who was cautious. When she made a decision, she only needed a short statement. Yet everyone cooperated because they knew she fully understood the situation without imposing her will. Silence here is not withdrawal, but a pause to observe. Every moment of listening and observing helps you understand yourself and others more deeply, allowing you to respond strategically and calmly. Lesson 3. The secret of charisma. Silence creates invisible power. Calm and silent individuals often carry a mysterious charisma. You don't need to shout or prove yourself. Your presence alone makes others pay attention. Silence sparks curiosity, making people wonder what you are thinking, and invisibly, you become trustworthy and influential. Imagine attending a party or business event. People are chatting excitedly, trying to impress. You stand quietly, listen, and speak only when necessary. Instantly, your words are considered carefully, and people listen more attentively. Your power comes not from the quantity of speech, but the quality and the mystery silence creates. Those who master silence also control emotions. When others try to provoke you, you do not react impulsively. You breathe, observe, and respond calmly and sharply. This not only maintains your credibility, but also signals to others that you cannot be easily manipulated. For example, Henry, a consultant, deals with clients who often speak excessively. Henry learned to listen and only respond when necessary. Clients quickly realized that Henry's insights are always precise and valuable. His influence comes not from speaking much, but from his calmness and the mystery behind every word he chooses to speak. Silence also builds inner confidence. When you know you don't need to prove yourself with words, you become grounded. Every decision, reaction, and action comes from thoughtful consideration rather than impulsive emotion. As you become this kind of person, you are not only mysterious but naturally attractive. People seek you out, respect you, and sometimes learn from you without you instructing them. Lesson 4. Silence amid chaos, maintaining composure. In any situation, one of the greatest secrets of mysterious and calm individuals is their ability to remain silent even when everything around them is chaotic. When others argue, panic, or react emotionally, those who remain silent are not swept away. Instead of reacting emotionally, they observe, evaluate the situation, and choose the smartest response. Imagine a tense meeting. Colleagues are yelling, everyone wants to prove they are right. While all are carried by emotion, you quietly listen, record information, and analyze strengths and weaknesses in each argument. When it's your turn, you speak concisely, logically, and persuasively. Here, power comes not from volume or pressure, but from calmness and self-control. People who stay silent amid chaos are also trusted and sought after for advice. They don't speak much, but their words carry weight. This creates an invisible influence. Others sense their capability, wisdom, and resistance to manipulation. For example, Linda, a sales manager, often faces difficult clients. When clients complain and shout, Linda does not react impulsively. She listens, records, and responds calmly with a solution. The result? Clients respect her, trust her decisions, and willingly cooperate. Lesson 5. Silence is not withdrawal, it's controlling your energy. Many misunderstand silence as shyness or retreat, but in reality, it is a way to control energy and focus inner strength. When you talk too much, you scatter energy, let emotions dominate, and lose credibility. Knowing when to remain silent protects your composure and inner power. Mysterious people do not always remain completely silent, but they choose moments to speak about what matters. Every word carries weight, making listeners pay attention and reflect. This is the art of turning silence into strength. Take Quentin, a strategic advisor. In tense meetings, he remains mostly silent. When he speaks, everyone listens carefully because they know his words are carefully considered. Through this, Quentin builds credibility, influence, and respect without imposing or showing off. Silence also helps you avoid unnecessary conflicts. When provoked, you don't react immediately. Instead, you observe, breathe, and respond calmly. This protects your energy while signaling to others that you cannot be easily manipulated. The power of silence does not come from retreating, but from controlling emotions, maintaining composure, and commanding attention. This is why calm individuals are mysterious, possess invisible charisma, and influence others strongly without needing to seek attention. Lesson 6. Silence in the face of criticism. Turning pressure into power. A person who remains silent in the face of criticism is not weak, but capable of transforming pressure into inner strength. When criticized, our natural reaction is defense, anger, or justification. But mysterious people are different. They listen, evaluate, and filter useful information while letting the negative pass. Imagine you are in a meeting, and your boss criticizes your project handling. Instead of reacting angrily or defending yourself, you quietly take notes, analyze the feedback, and identify areas to improve. This action helps maintain composure and creates an impression of self-control and professionalism. Silence in the face of criticism also preserves long-term credibility. Others see that you are not ruled by emotion and learn to respect your perspective and calm demeanor. This is why mysterious individuals are often sought for advice or collaboration in challenging situations. For example, Maya, a project manager at a multinational company, receives harsh feedback from colleagues about a report. She doesn't argue. She listens, notes useful points, and improves the report. The project succeeds, and she is recognized as calm, trustworthy, and capable. Lesson 7. The power of silence in relationships and communication. In personal and professional life, silence helps control emotions and build strong influence in communication and relationships. Calm individuals naturally draw others to listen, connect, and value their presence. Silence is also a tool for observation. When you don't speak excessively, you have time to recognize others' motives, emotions, and behaviors. This helps you make wiser decisions in relationships, avoid unnecessary conflicts, and protect your energy. Think of Howard, a team leader. He quietly observes discussions, noting each member's reactions. When necessary, he gives short but precise feedback, making everyone listen and cooperate. This builds an effective work environment where people respect and proactively engage. Silence also creates mysterious allure. When you don't reveal all your thoughts or plans, others become curious and pay more attention. This mystery not only makes you attractive, but also creates credibility, making every word you speak carry weight. Lesson 8. Silence with yourself. Understanding your inner value. One of the greatest secrets of mystery lies in the ability to remain silent with oneself. This may seem paradoxical, but it is about separating yourself from chaotic thoughts, comparisons, or meaningless worries. Calm individuals are not swayed by external noise or social pressure. They know their worth and don't need to prove it to others. Imagine attending a lively party, surrounded by laughter, conversation, and people seeking attention. Instead of trying to stand out, you stand silently, observing. You don't need to speak much for others to recognize your capabilities or value. Calm composure and inner confidence make every eye notice, and every word you do speak carries weight. Silence with oneself also helps you understand true emotions and thoughts. When facing failure or stress, you are not swept away by instinctive reactions, but learn to observe yourself. What am I afraid of? What do I want? Does this reaction help me or disturb my calm? These questions are keys to developing inner strength and building a mysterious confidence. For example, Laura, a startup founder, faced a company crisis. Instead of panicking or arguing with her team, she calmly analyzed the situation, listened to all opinions, and determined the right course of action. Laura's calmness not only helped her make correct decisions, but also conveyed strong energy to the entire team, making them feel reassured and trusting. Lesson 9. Silence with the world. Mystery and natural attraction. When you know how to remain silent with the world around you, you not only protect your own energy, but also create natural charm and mystery. Others become curious about you, want to understand you better, and naturally appreciate your presence without any need for showmanship. The power of silence in communication also lies in controlling information. Speaking more is not always better. Those who master silence choose their words carefully, only sharing when necessary, and let actions prove their value. This is something that titles or excessive words can never buy. Take Michael, a presentation expert. When facing an audience, he doesn't ramble or try to impress with words. He lets his calmness, eye contact, and actions convey the message. People naturally pay attention, respect him, and remember his presentation far longer than any verbose speech. Silence is also a strategic tool in social relationships. By not revealing all your emotions or intentions, you create curiosity, keeping others attentive to you. This mystery increases your personal value, allowing you to manage relationships and maintain control. Lesson 10. The power of observation. Learning to read people. One of the most powerful tools of mystery is the ability to observe without intervening too soon. Those who know silence do not just remain quiet with themselves and the world. They listen and observe. They notice behaviors, gestures, tone of voice, and emotions, allowing them to understand people deeply without anyone needing to spell it out. Imagine being in a meeting. Colleagues argue loudly, each wanting to prove their point. While most are caught up in the noise, you choose to observe, noting every detail. Who is anxious? Who is trying to pressure? Who is genuinely listening? When you speak, Your comments are always precise, logical, and persuasive. This builds natural credibility that words or titles cannot buy. For example, Teresa, a project manager, always listens to her team before making decisions. She notices small signs: eye contact, tone, word choice. When solving problems, she not only makes reasonable decisions, but also makes everyone feel respected. Her calmness and observational skills make her a pillar in the team. People naturally turn to her in difficult situations. Lesson 11. Using silence to control energy and emotions. Silence is not just a communication tool, it's a way to control your energy and emotions. When you master silence, you avoid impulsive reactions, meaningless arguments, and wasting energy on unnecessary explanations. Imagine someone publicly criticizes or provokes you. The natural reaction is often anger, argument, or defensiveness. The mysterious person, however, remains silent, takes a deep breath, observes the situation, and acts only when necessary. This approach protects their energy while making others realize the weight of their actions. A prime example is Nathan, a leader. When an employee criticizes him in a meeting, instead of rebutting or explaining, Nathan remains silent, listens, and then responds calmly, addressing the core issue. This not only diffuses conflict, but also strengthens his credibility and inner power. Those who understand silence know that personal energy is precious. Every word or action consumes energy, so choosing when to speak or remain silent becomes a strategic skill. This is a power that others may not notice immediately, but they feel it clearly. Lesson 12. Silence creates natural attraction. Silence is not only a tool for emotional control, but also something that naturally makes you attractive. People are drawn to those who do not rush to explain, who do not show off, yet exude calm confidence and mystery. Imagine being at a party or social gathering. People are talking loudly, laughing, sharing stories. While most are trying to stand out, you remain silent, observing, occasionally smiling, even just nodding subtly when necessary. All eyes turn to you, not because you speak much, but because your calm and purposeful presence radiates a different energy. A concrete example is Lena, a creative director. She often remains silent in tense creative meetings, observing and taking notes. When she speaks, her comments are short, precise, and to the point. Colleagues not only listen, but also learn from her way of observing and responding, making Lena a model of inner strength. Therefore, attraction from silence doesn't require showmanship. Calm people don't always take the spotlight, but they earn automatic respect and appreciation. Silence reflects inner confidence without needing to prove it. Lesson 13. Silence as a strategic tool in communication and negotiation. Silence is a powerful weapon in communication, especially in tense situations or negotiations. By remaining silent, you create space for the other party to reveal all the information, emotions, and thoughts you need. While many rush to fill the gap with words, those who master silence use every moment to observe, analyze, and prepare the optimal response. Imagine negotiating an important contract. The other party makes a tough request or tries to push their price. Instead of reacting immediately, you remain silent, observing their attitude, tone, and every detail in their words. Your silence compels them to reveal more, sometimes even conceding before you say a word. A prime example is Michael, an experienced negotiator. In every negotiation, he remains silent more than he speaks, making the other party tense and revealing valuable information. When Michael finally makes the decision, it is always based on complete, logical, and strategic information. The result: he achieves the best agreement without arguing or imposing. Silence is not merely the absence of speech, it is a tool of power. It allows you to control the room's energy, read others accurately, and make intelligent decisions. This is why those who master silence often achieve success that few notice behind the scenes. Lesson 14. Silence helps you respond intelligently to conflict. Conflict is inevitable in life, but how you respond determines the outcome. Those who master silence do not rush to respond, nor let emotions dictate their actions. They observe, listen, and react only after careful consideration. Imagine a heated debate at work. Colleagues are tense, each trying to prove a point. But you remain calm, silent for a moment, then respond concisely, thoughtfully, and logically. The result: no one feels attacked, the issue is resolved, and you control the energy in the room. A real example is Hannah, a project manager in a large company. When her team faced strategic disagreements, she listened first, not reacting immediately. She observed everyone's communication style, noted key points, and then offered a clear, balanced solution. The result: no one felt overwhelmed, and the team learned to respect each other's perspectives. Silence in conflict is not cowardice, it is deliberate restraint. It allows you to understand the situation, read others' emotions, and respond intelligently, resolving conflicts effectively while maintaining credibility and respect. Lesson 15. The power of silence in personal decisions. Silence doesn't only impact communication with others, it is also key to controlling your own life. By remaining silent, you create space to think, evaluate situations, and make decisions based on logic and core values rather than rushing due to emotion or social pressure. Imagine facing a major decision, changing jobs, investing, or altering your lifestyle. Instead of immediately consulting everyone and collecting endless opinions, you choose silence, asking yourself what you truly want, what your priorities are, and the consequences of each choice. This moment of silence allows you to see the essence of the issue and make the best decision. For example, Nathan, a young entrepreneur, faced a major contract. He didn't respond immediately. He spent several days analyzing risks, benefits, and long-term implications. When the decision was made, it was not only accurate but aligned with his personal values and strategy. Silence helps you separate from external noise, observe objectively, and make intelligent decisions without being swayed by emotion or social pressure. This is the secret that allows calm individuals to live proactively and achieve lasting success in every aspect of life. Lesson 16. Silence creates natural attraction. Silent people naturally draw curiosity and attention without showiness. When you speak less, people automatically listen when you do speak. This attraction stems from self-control and mystery. Look at successful, calm individuals. They don't need to shout or make noise, yet their presence commands respect and attention. Silence becomes invisible power, making your words more valuable than ever. Lesson 17. Silence is how you control your inner self. Silence affects not only others, but also helps you control yourself. By choosing silence, you learn to observe emotions, recognize hidden motives, and act based on reason rather than instinct. This allows you to Stay calm in stressful situations. Avoid unnecessary conflicts. Make decisions based on core values. Increase credibility and respect from others. Those who master silence are not only mysterious, but also naturally trustworthy and attractive. Quick summary of lessons. Silence is power in communication and conflict. Silence helps you observe and make wise decisions. Silence creates mystery and natural attraction. Silence controls your inner self and develops calm confidence. If you found this video helpful, please like to support us. Don't forget to subscribe to Stoic Crowned Silence for more videos on Stoic philosophy, mental training, and building inner confidence. Leave a comment sharing your experience with practicing silence and mysterious power. We would love to read and discuss with you. Remember, true power does not lie in words or noise, but in silence, calmness, and inner confidence. Practice it, apply it, and make it an essential part of your life.